this most wonderful pravachan or discourse between Valmiki Mahamuni and Bhagwan Shri Ram. And in this wonderful narrative, in this most excellent narration, we are seeing that Valmiki Mahamuni, Prabhu Shri Ram, they are reminding us of all the things we must be and all the things we must do. These are the two most important principles of life: what we are and what we do. What we do means throughout our lives without fail, we must ensure that every action, every thought, every behavior is consistent with the advice of the scriptures. This is what we do. And what we are means all the principles and values and morals and ethics that we possess. Those are the things that make us who we are. So when one speaks of an individual, one speaks of who the individual is and what the individual does. These are the two things that make us divine or less than divine. We can reach the highest levels of spiritual perfection, or we could be from the base somewhere getting there. But these are the two things that take us to where we want to go, which is why in life we always remind ourselves, knowing a priority, understanding a priority, and acting on a priority, these may not be the same thing in the lives of different individuals. We may know what is the most important thing in life, which is to pray to the Lord. There is nothing that is higher than prayer and devotion to Bhagwan, so we know that. Sometimes we don't understand that. We only know it, but we don't understand what we must do in every form and fashion to make the knowledge that we have a reality. So we know what we must do, but we do not understand all the things that are necessary to be done. And so we have a gap, we have a weakness, we have a deficiency. And thirdly, and very importantly, that ability to act on our priority. That we give priority to so many things in life, but the highest priority we scarcely give a thought to that. And that is what Bhagwan Shri Ram and Valmiki Mahamuni are teaching us through this pravachan or discourse, to know what is the priority in life, to understand the priority in life, and to act totally and fully and completely and in compliance with the priority in life. It is easy to do. This is easy to do, but we have that 20% free will which allows us to make a start to get there. Karma is not fixed and static and unshakable and immovable. Bhagwan himself, we come with the prarabdha, that 80% karma from previous lives, but he gives us the ability to fix it in this life, or fix it at least to some extent and to some level. And having got such a most splendid opportunity, are we taking use of the priority in life? Or are we continuing, as we said last day, being unable to detach ourselves from people and places and objects and prized possessions in the world? Are we able to do that? See, Sanatana Dharma gives us the easiest prescription of the division of our lives, as we were saying. That first 25 years of our lives completely devoted to scriptural study and our secular study. The first 25 years, we have no room for anything other than scriptural and secular study. But we mix up and we do all kinds of things in the 25 years. And then, because that is the brahmacharya, that is the period devoted and dedicated to knowing Bhagwan. We cannot wait until we are dying then to seek knowledge of Bhagwan. from the earliest of age, which is why scriptures 5-year-old children are giving the highest discourse in the lives of the sages and saints. Before they are 10 years, they are conducting satsangs in front of thousands and thousands of people. So the first 25 years, our focus is on Bhagwan and our secular study. And if that anchor is set properly, then it is easy for the rest of our lives. Because if we have the spiritual base, then what happens? We continue to pray steadily throughout our lives. If we set focus on our schoolwork, at different levels, everybody's level of achievement is not similar, but everybody will achieve if everybody is focused. There is no child, there is no individual who cannot achieve if he or she is focused and has the right teacher and has the right resources and has the right kind of help. There is nobody in the world who cannot achieve. So that when we set ourselves in the first 25 years, then it is easy thereafter. These scriptures give us another 25 years, only 25 years. For those who are inclined to get married early or late, but still you only have 25 years. At 50 years is the cutoff point for that kind of relationship. At 50, so if you start late in the race, you have only a little distance to go. Those who get married at 25 or thereabouts, they have 25 years for companionship and fellowship and relationship. But when they reach 50 years, as we were saying last day, that's the end of it. So if I get married at 49 years, I have 1 year of that kind of relationship, and that's the end of that. From 50 to 75 years, we get our children married and finish off all the responsibilities. 80% on Bhagwan, 20% on finishing our responsibilities. And those who are fortunate to reach 75 years, then there is nothing else. No family to see about, no responsibility to discharge. It is strictly about japa and meditation and swadhyaya, or study of the scriptures. So we get the brahmacharya, the grihastha, the householder 25 to 50 years, the vanaprastha from 50 to 75, and the last is not that we have to physically take sannyas. Sannyas is a mental state. Sannyas means total devotion and dedication to Bhagwan. And so in life, Valmiki Mahamuni, Prabhu, Sri Ram, they are teaching us all of these things. Last week we heard a very wonderful message. Let's hear what that discussion is about this week. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram. Mahamuni and Prabhu Shri Ram, they both remind us, Je Hara Shahi Parasampati Dekhe, that the person who has evolved spiritually, the person who has reached a high level of evolution, spiritual evolution, what happens to such a person? Je Hara Shahi Parasampati Parasampati Dekhe. Such an individual looks on and sees the joy and the happiness of others and the prosperity of others. And having seen the prosperity of others, what happens? They are extremely pleased. Sampati, when they see the auspiciousness and the prosperity, when they see such things, they feel happy and joyful and elated. Many people in the world, when they see the prosperity of others, what happens? They become envious, they become jealous, they become filled with deceit to undercut the prosperity of others in whatever way. In position, some people, when they are envious of your position, they chip away with gossip and malice and try to undermine you. If you own possessions, they try to undermine you in all forms possible to get at your possessions. But the saintly person, the godly person, enjoys seeing everyone prosper in a legitimate way. A noble soul, a godly soul, enjoys and takes delight in seeing everyone prosper in a legitimate and noble way. That the noble soul is filled with admiration for those who work hard and they accumulate and they acquire while spending their lives in prayer to Bhagwan. That is what delights a godly and a noble soul. Enjoying and admiring those who work hard, pray steadily to Bhagwan, and are blessed with spiritual and material prosperity. This is what Valmiki Maharaj is saying to Prabhu Shri Ram. This is the nature of the godly soul, of the saintly soul, to find such delight. Dukhita hoi parabipat viseshe. That, and on the other hand, the noble soul, when he or she sees someone, dukhita hoi vipati, when one sees someone in distress, and vipati means troubles or difficulties. When the saintly person sees someone in difficulties, the saintly, the godly person will seek to render help to that person. All of us have the opportunity to practice this. That in small ways, in big ways, whatever it might be. When we see those who are in trouble and difficulties, and we have the opportunity and the resources and all the things that are required to lend assistance, if we make such effort, we begin to develop the godliness and the saintliness. Because when we do those things, because we have detached ourselves from property, so there is no desire, there is no deception, there is no cheating, there is no dishonesty, because we have distanced ourselves in this very life. We have distanced ourselves from such things, and we are building massively in the Akashic bank, the bank of divine karma. That is where we are accumulating our wealth by reading the scriptures, listening to the scriptures, telling the scriptures, doing puja, doing bhajan, doing jap, doing dhyan, all these limbs of devotion, because that is where our mind is focused. We go through the world and people will not understand our minds in whatever we are doing. We are absent-minded to the worldly task. We do the worldly task but in an absent-minded manner because our minds are totally focused on Bhagwan. So yes, we have the task to do, but we do it with less focus because our minds have more focus. And when we live like that, Janahi Rama Tuma Prana Piyare, such an individual sees devotion to Bhagwan more dear prana piyare, we value devotion and love for Bhagwan more than our own lives. Many people, they will not part with their lives, but when we reach such a state of devotion, we value devotion to the Lord much, much more highly, and we prize it even more than our very own life. Because this life breath has no use if it is not given to prayer and devotion. It is better I stop breathing. It is better we stop breathing if we do not have love and devotion, because that is a useless life. Big kata, 14 types of people who are dead while living in Ramayana, such is one of the 14. Just breathing has no value. The body has no value unless each breath is sanctified and purified and refined with the name of the Lord. When our lives and our breaths are purified, prana piyari, even dearer to us is devotion than our very own life breath. Tinake manasuba sadhana tumari. And Valmiki Mahamuni, he says to Prabhu Shri Ram, he says, "O Bhagwan, those who look on joyfully when others strive, those who share the troubles and the unhappiness of others, those who value devotion to you even more highly than their very life breath, O Bhagwan, Tinake Mana, in their minds, O Lord, Subha Sadhana Tumhare, their lives are so blessed. Their lives are so blessed. Subha means auspicious or joyful. Their lives are so blessed, O Bhagwan, in their minds, in their hearts. You take your abode. Bhagwan, you kindly reside in the hearts of such devotees." Valmiki Mahamuni, Prabhu Shri Ram, sharing such wonderful, astounding thoughts. Adbhut, most marvelous are these thoughts that help us in this very life to forget this world and to reach the other world. Each and every one of us could do it. In this life, we could dismiss this world and reach the other world. We will not reach that by holding on and being attached to people, possessions, objects, whatever it may be. That is not the way to attain Sadgati, the most auspicious state. It is how we live our lives, knowing our priority, understanding our priority, and acting on our priority. If we achieve these three things, we achieve God realization in this very life. We may look human, but we have already become divine in this very life by knowing and practicing these three principles of Dharma. Prem se bole Mahashakti Devi ki. So this morning the Hindi lesson is very simple. We must start some simple